Shalom, shalom. Long time no see. If you are coming across this video and you happen to be a subscriber of mine, this might come as a surprise. You might not have expected to see me posting a video. Yeah, it's been many years since I've used this YouTube channel. I see I already, when I left it, I had 13 subscribers. Who knows if these people that subscribed are even active anymore. But hopefully you stick around. This came as a surprise. I pretty much, to kind of catch you up, but I'll probably do my own separate catch up another time. I actually was planning on coming back. I just didn't think I would come back too soon. The Most High has pretty much been really setting stuff in motion for me. And so it was always my plan to come back and just, talk about different things, kind of revolving around my faith. It was unexpected. I felt the Most High leading me. You may hear my son. Like I said, a lot has happened since I've posted on this channel. Oh gosh. Let me ask my husband to grab him just for a moment while or maybe not. Maybe I could quickly do this. So this past Saturday, I just felt the Most High leading me to go ahead and record my thoughts, that was going on in that moment. And it just felt like the perfect, way to start doing this and do it without fear, without any self-doubt, and just go for it. I have a main channel. I'll link it below, where I talk more about, different topics that the Most High gives me. But this specific channel is meant to be a bit more informal and kind of more candid and more, I guess, intimate into my mind, into my thoughts about different topics and how it relates to my faith, how it relates to, reality. And the idea is not to creating debate. I know a lot of people, they create podcasts and, it just becomes this big, rage baiting thing. A way to get people to talk about it because it's so controversial. And I just want to create conversation, maybe make people think a little bit, not to choose sides. I've always been this big advocate of free thinking, kind of, opening up, opportunity for discussion without fear of judgment. So this very much is going to be a space where we just get introspective and we get deep in our thoughts and we talk about different topics. And so I guess y'all wanted to do that with this topic here, this topic of AI and fear and greed. And so my hope is that people will learn more about me. It's kind of meant to be an outlet, a way to express without fear, without a fear of judgment, and just kind of not even caring what people think, because like I said, it's not meant to be a debate. It's not meant to be this thing where I just spew thoughts and it's meant to rage bait people. It's actually just meant to, kind of let it out, because I tend to be deep in thought and I don't talk about these things. And so this is the first time I'm doing this, and we'll see what comes of it. But I welcome all who come across this video, and I appreciate those who, take the time to listen. Like I said, this was unplanned, but, I pray that something beautiful comes from it, and it becomes a space where we can talk and we can just kind of be deep in thought and kind of even willfully fall into rabbit holes, and it not be this doom and gloom or this negative spiral, but it really just kind of opens up discussion, and it doesn't discourage people from really saying how they feel. So my comments will be open as well in future episodes. But yeah, so I just want to go ahead and include this intro. I have no idea how I even go about this in the future. Like I said, it was totally unplanned, and Yah is a lot like that. It's just kind of like, all right, here we are, we're going, and I just follow his lead. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that this, encourages you to, discuss it below. Maybe share your thoughts as well. You totally don't have to agree with me. You don't have to disagree with me. It's literally just open thought. Like, you know, I tend to think about things a lot, and I don't have a lot of people to talk about it with. A lot of conversations can be very surface level. I've even had the experience where, like, if I get deep into topics with friends or family, I don't know. It's just kind of nobody really sticks around. Like, it gets quickly forgotten, or the topic gets changed so quickly. And so the hope is to kind of dig deeper into things, and it not be so surface level. This is not meant to be small talk. It's meant to kind of dig deep. I really love digging deep into things, even if it is mindless and you kind of veer off into uncharted territory. I really love when discussions are kind of free form and it just flows and there is no expectations. So if it sounds like something you'd be interested in, stick around, subscribe, even if it's not the perfect video, I really, really, really appreciate those that listen. So much love to you guys, and I hope you enjoy. Shalom. Okay, I've never done this before. It's my first time, but I feel this unctioning to go ahead and start just recording the messages that Yah gives me right then and there, because I noticed now that he's pretty much always talking to me and sharing things with me, and he'll tell me things and it'll be so profound, and I'll just like forget about it like moments later because I didn't write it down. A lot of times he's talking to me like when I'm doing stuff around the house, I'm cleaning or I'm cooking, or I guess it could be things that kind of put you in a meditative state, I guess, because you don't have to really think about it. Like, you're just doing, and it's kind of repetitive. Life is very repetitive like that. So I guess that's why it's like the perfect moment for him to share things with me. But anyways, I was sitting here, we got home from my in-laws today. We spent the time with them. This Shabbat, we decided to go. And it was really good. It was a really nice time. But we came home. I told my husband I wanted to kind of catch up on cleaning. And it's not super late. I find that at night, it's a lot easier for me to, kind of stay on top of tasks because the children are asleep. My husband's resting. Like, it's a lot easier for me to get things done because during the day I'm either working or, I'm tending to my kids or I'm cleaning. But anyways, come home and cleaning and, watching a video where this guy was talking about, how AI has been posed as a good thing, but also a dangerous thing. And both things are helping, helping companies make money. They're actually making money off of our fear and our greed. And a part of me actually feels like that's immoral and that's why it's so profitable. I don't know, and for me to get in the space, I questioned even trading. When Yah first gave me instructions to trade, I literally questioned it because I was like, is this something that as believers we're supposed to be doing? But I think that's where the grace comes in. I don't think a lot of these systems that are made by man, would have been something the Most High would do, but he permits it. And so making money off of human emotion, I think you're kind of towing the line there between immorality and taking advantage of people. So yeah, I was hearing that and I was like, wow, a part of me feels like I'm not gonna trade for, like, a lot of people. They make trading their entire life. Like, they become, kind of like the salesman of trading. And, you know, I'm very much a person, I like to think in the middle ground, because when I hear people say so many good things about something, I often wonder, okay, but what's the other side? There has to be a con. There's like, there's good and bad in this world. Like, that's actually the truth. And I think that's something that we're not told, the truth in religions. It's kind of just this thing of like, okay, there's the good and you're gonna destroy the evil. But good and evil is kind of in this weird, like, dance of necessity. Like, when people talk about the lesser of two evils, like, I get it. Although I hate it as a thought process, I get it, because in some ways you can't escape it. You can't escape evil. So it's like, in some ways you kind of have to dance a little. Like, you're not always fighting evil. You're kind of dancing with it too. I hope I make sense. But these are kind of the thoughts that, like, I'll have in my mind, and I don't really talk about it because you can't talk to everybody about it. You just will sound like too woke or too deep. But I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. It's just like, I gotta get it out somehow, and I just felt led to do that right now in this moment. But going back to what Yah shared with me, because I don't want to make this too long. I don't even know how long I've been talking. Let me see. My phone even turned off on me. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. All right, not too bad. But yeah, going back to profiting off of human emotion, Yah, shared with me that the truth about sin and righteousness, that is not this perspective, and why people don't know, they don't have the discernment to know what is good and what is evil and what is the right path to take. A lot of times the good feels bad. Like, it doesn't actually feel good immediately, like in the moment. And so we oftentimes don't want to do good because it hurts, it stings a little bit, like, it's so inconvenient, you, like, it disrupts your, like, you don't want to do it. And like most really good things, I'm not talking about your average, like, because even though there's so much evil in the world, I believe there's so much good. And I believe, like, most people are, your normal things, they're doing good things. It's just that we're hit with temptations, or, the way that sin can present itself. It presents itself as a good, as a convenient, as a, very on time, like, thing. And we'll go for it and it'll feel good in the moment, but then the consequences, it can cost you so much sometimes, But, people just focus on the good in the moment of sin. So when you think of, like, heavy topics like abortion and, I don't know what other, I guess it's Pride Month, so LGBTQ, like, when you think of these things, right? When they say love is love, like, yeah, you probably feel good with that person, or you feel good with, I'm not even going to focus on that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to create this debate about homosexuality and all of that. I don't want to do that. It's kind of a tired debate. Like, I'm at this point now where I'm like, you can't control what people do. And so I'm not even going to speak about it and create unnecessary negativity. So I'll use the abortion example. And I know that's equally controversial, but just hear me out. But abortion, you know, I don't think majority of women who have an abortion feel good about it. I think they probably think about it. It crosses their mind what they've done. But they just kind of got to keep going. Like, I think majority of women that have gotten an abortion actually do regret it. Whether they'll admit it or not, I actually believe like majority of them probably feel that and maybe carry a little bit of shame about it. But when they made that choice, I'm sure that it felt good in the moment. Like, even though it was a bad thing that they dealt with, I'm sure that actually they maybe even felt a sense of relief. I can 100% see, you know, the stress and how that can eat at someone so much, that just having that temporary relief, you know, having that as a choice. I completely understand why women make that choice, but I don't think a lot of them are okay. And like I said, I might become public enemy number one, you know, after this, if I even put this out. But I think majority of them actually feel a lot of shame about this choice, even though it may have been the best choice for them in that moment. Like, I think about when people get into debt. Like, I don't think people get into debt to just be in this constant debt spiral. Like, when you look at the nature of debt, it relieves things in the moment, and so fast. It's so quick. The relief, just like abortion, it's a quick answer. But, you know, in the health problems, there's some women dealing with health problems because of the things, you know. Like, there's not just that regret. It's not me trying to cause shame. I'm saying there's people actually suffering for this choice, you know. But in the moment, it was the best choice they could have made. And doing good, like when you think of semantics and playing with words, it does not feel good in the moment. It's scary. It can be very intimidating, you know, like, it's not the easy choice. It's not. And that's why you have to like bring your flesh under your subjection, because you're gonna feel things. That's the thing that Christians, like, yeah, you get a distaste for stuff, but you still, like, the strong emotions like fear, anger, like, that's hard to bring under your subjection, because we deal with so many. The bad, it hurts so bad in the moment. It hurts so much. Like when you think of like losing loved ones, you know, but the growth that you get from grief and losing. Like, we actually need these type of lessons because it refines you and molds you so that you aren't this immature child, you know. These things actually help us to grow. And even though it doesn't feel good in the moment, it's literally the best thing in the long run for you to be the best version of yourself. But a lot of times, you know, we go through things. I've gone through stuff too, where it hardens us. It hardens our hearts. And we are in so much pain that it's like the easiest thing is to, you know, reach for the quickest thing, reach for the drug, reach for the alcohol, so you can just relieve yourself in that moment. Like, a lot of people, this is why it's so important to have compassion, because a lot of sin is actually coming from pain. It's coming from fear. It's not, you know, of course, though, people begin to, because it feels good in the moment, it begins to mold people, and they think it's the best thing. And then now they're carrying themselves in a pride because if it's feeling good in that moment. So they're like, what are you talking about? I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. So who are you to tell me I'm doing bad when you don't know the pain I've been through? You don't know the struggle I've gone through. I know this thought process because it was my thought process with a lot of the crap I was doing in my life that I thought I was righteous in doing at the time. But as you begin to really reflect on your life and reflect on the choices you've made, you realize that the pride, you realize the pride. I'm telling you guys, like, it's pride. All sin is pride. It's not, and LGBT have a point. Like, we focus so much on what they're doing, but all of it is pride. Every single sin is pride because we don't control any of this, and we try to control it. And that's actually what's happening with the stock market right now. You have a president that's taking advantage of human emotion to drive up certain stocks. It's really a part of me. I'm like, yeah, I feel like trading's kind of a little bit immoral, just a little bit. We're kind of toeing the line. I plan to do good with it, but I'm like, a part of me, I don't think I'm gonna trade. Like, once I do, like, literally, like, because y'all gave me the instruction to learn the skill, obviously it's not an inherent bad. Like, I do believe that we'll reach a future where trading will be in a way that is not so predatory, I guess. I don't know. I might make some people mad, but I'm just seeing parts of it, like, that I feel like it's the same way with gambling. Like, like, I just feel like, and that's why people think trading's gambling, because a lot of people are gambling. But seeing something that can be addictive and can, because, man, trading's so fun. Like, I'm thinking of this, like, going back to it being immoral, and why I say the bad, like, in the moment it feels good. And I know that I can easily take this skill. Like, even though I have a pure heart right now, guys, there's a chance this could corrupt me because of the nature of this skill. And I'm like, even though I say, like, y'all gave me this, at the same time, y'all takes a risk with us. When he gives us instructions, he's taking a risk. And so, although I feel like I have pure intentions, there's a chance this could corrupt me as I begin. I'm starting to get good at this. I'm starting to get consistent. And once you, like, realize the infinite money printing machine is kind of just like, because money is the true god of this world, you're seeing it with AI. Yeah, they're trying to make an AI god, but in reality, they're seeing the infinite money printing machine with AI. They know it's a bunch of junk that is just metal. Shalom, editing me here. I just wanted to jump in because isn't it kind of crazy that you had that whole IPO with SpaceX and that's already crashed, which is actually, don't get me wrong, it's actually normal for that to happen with IPOs. They tend to have that big rally from all of the expectation, and then it'll crash. And historically you'll see a dip in the markets as well. It's just funny, like, seeing headlines and stuff today, like, with a lot of these stocks being repriced. It's expected that there's probably going to be a dip tomorrow. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. This audio was originally recorded on the Shabbat, this past Shabbat, but I just wanted to come in because it's just so funny in the timing of me talking about this and then seeing the market kind of, like, dip a little bit. So who knows what's going to come about this, but Anyways, back to the audio. That's how you know we're in the last days. The kingdom of iron and clay, Babylon. Like, y'all, I'm realizing, like he said, if he doesn't return, like even the saints wouldn't be saved. Like, it's so plainly visible. I'm recording off a piece of metal, connecting with, strangers online and sharing my thoughts. When we could actually, make more effort to connect with people, like in real life. Like, I realized just how little we actually connect with people. And I wish, like, it was more of a norm. Like, I realized I love being with people. I love spending time with people. And it's been something that as we've gotten more and more into technology, how little we connect. Like, even just working. I actually kind of miss working in person with people and interacting with people. Like, there was a certain life to that, And the fact that, like, my work now is on a computer, like 8 hours of my day for 5 days of the week is in front of a screen. Like, when he says even the saints would be lost, I'm like, you're right, because I'm making money off of a screen, dude, for 8 hours. Are you, like, what? Do you know how much you could do in that time? So that's part of the reason I'm trading. That's what I got into it for, was to get my time back, because there's so much I could be doing, and I have a giving heart. There's so many people I could be helping. There's so many things that could be fixed that these governments don't want to fix. They don't want to help make better for us. The using AI to make money for their own agendas and their own, wants and desires, and stepping on people like you and me. Like, I see the good use for AI, I see it, but it's just seeing the blatant greed to develop a piece of metal. And I hate to bring it to such a small thing, especially when you're seeing AI increasingly get more and more rebellious, and having a mind of its own. I know that, there's going to be an argument of sentience going forward as AI gets more and more advanced. So I know I refer to it as a piece of metal, but it's really just the fact that these things are minerals. They're made from minerals and, human intelligence, iron and clay. Like, it's nothing compared to the power of the Most High. And we're just so prideful, and we think we're doing something with our technology, and it's nothing. It's nothing. No matter how smart AI gets, it's nothing. But I just wanted to share those thoughts that, I didn't even, I've just been talking. I don't know how long I've been talking. Let me see. 22 minutes. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. Help me to focus. The main message that he gave me, though, to kind of close this out. If you are somebody who believes in the Most High, and I say this because I don't even want to refer to any specific religions, Because when we do that, we make him small. He is the creator of the entire universe. And we reduce him down to our specific religious deities. He's the most high. He's above all of those. The Christian God, the Buddha, the Muslim God, he's above them all. He rules over everything. All of this belongs to him. So I'm not referring to any specific religion. I follow after the creator of everything. And, we're so prideful to think that we can do this all on our own. We'll continue to mess up, and the pain will continue to get greater and greater until we learn that without him, we are nothing. No matter how great we think these things are, it's nothing. And it's causing more pain than you realize. And so he can't, I'm saying this because he's going to have to intervene. And it's so important that we who believe in him start training our bodies, training your flesh to bow down. Because either way it goes, you're gonna do it. I know, and it's not in this prideful, like, Yah is looking for, to step on our necks and make us worship him. It's the fact that all things that are created by him will have to come to a point in recognizing him. Recognizing that he's here, he's been here the entire time, and that you can't ignore it, you can't escape it. And one day he's going to make himself plainly visible. Right now he's invisible, but one day he's going to make himself plainly visible to this world where you can't question it. And that is going to be a judgment on the entire world where you can't deny that he is in control. And he's very hands-off most of the time. That's the crazy part. But he is so in control that he can pop in. He doesn't even have to pop in all the time to show you that he's here, to prove himself to you. But he comes in these things like a judgment to show you, like, no, I'm the one in control and you need to stop this. Or I'm going to stop it. So then when he brings a judgment, he still gives you a chance to get it right. Until that ultimate judgment where, okay, now there's no other way but to get rid of you, to destroy you. But people treat it like he wants, like he's so like, this is evil and I want you all to die. Like, no, that's the truth is, like, he just wants us to see the good in doing right. Like, it doesn't feel good in the moment, but it is the best thing. The absolute, like, the fruits of your good when you just obey. Like, there is nothing like it. Like, I don't even know how to describe to you, like, the pain. It's painful, but it is so rewarding. Like, I know why people go to the other side, because I've felt it. I've had evil in my thoughts. Like, because of what people have done to me, I've wanted to ruin people. Like, I've wanted to do the absolute worst things to people. But I can tell you the rewards of me doing good and taking, like, it is not weak. It is the strongest position you can take. This is why he rules, actually, is because when you do the most good, you'll always win. You'll always come off on top. And everybody else who does that with you will win too. Like, you will win. You will win when you follow the Most High and you trust Him. And are you going to make mistakes? Yes, it takes time. It takes time making your flesh, when I say make your flesh bow down, I mean it. Like, bringing it under your subjection, because you're the spirit. This is a vessel, but you're a spirit too. Your spirit, man, needs to take over your flesh. I'm the one in control. My spirit and the Ruah, when you get the Holy Spirit helping you to have the strength to overcome and do good, so that you can get to the other side. So, yeah, this video, or I guess voice message, maybe I could just make this a podcast or something when I get these thoughts, and then I'll just post it like that. And it's just raw me talking. And hopefully it's topics that other people are interested in it. But yeah, all this to say, this isn't to shame anyone or make anyone feel like I'm condemning, because I'm not. It's just the reality. The reality is, when you continuously do bad and cause harm, because when you do bad, like, if we didn't feel like subjected to any type of authority, because obviously we don't go around just doing whatever we want, like, or we'll end up in jail. So we clearly are answering to some type of authority. Otherwise, people would just simply do whatever they wanted. And the world would just get increasingly evil, because that's the truth, is the more bad that you do, the easier it is to do bad. But when you flip it, the more good that you do, the easier it is to do good. And when you do that, it affects so many more people than you could ever imagine. You probably would never even talk to those people, but the good that you've done is actually affecting them. So this is not to condemn anyone. It's to encourage people that even though you may be dealing with some really tough situations, or even just some really strong temptations, or maybe you just don't care, that's fine too. You know, I won't even say this message isn't for you, because it's still offering a different perspective, and maybe it'll plant some seeds. But the point is, it's painful to do good. It's inconvenient. It can be, scary and hard to do good. But I promise you that when you lean into that, when you ignore the fear or the doubt that your flesh is telling you, when you ignore that and you say, no, I'm going to try this. This is objectively the good choice. I promise you, the more you do that, you'll realize, like, wow, I see now why Yah wrote his Torah the way he did. I see why he commanded us to do things this way. Because it ends up like, one, you end up blessed, but you don't deal with so much pain in your life from choices you're making. But you'll have more joy. You'll have more peace. So please, I encourage you to do good, to not grow weary in doing good, because there is an ultimate reward at the end of this. And you'll grow closer to the Father, like, where he'll drop little gems like that, and you can think and you can ponder on what he's told you. Like, his wisdom and his knowledge is like, wow, this makes so much sense. That's why it's so hard to do good. That's the thing too. He shared with me, is the duality. This world is a dual system. You don't have the good without the bad. It doesn't function without it. I know that's gonna ruffle feathers, but it's the truth. Right now, the state of the world has to function like this. And so, yeah, I don't want... I don't want to go too deep into this because I feel like this is already getting long enough. Yeah, we're at 32 minutes. So, yeah, I will leave it at that. Maybe I'll talk about duality and another one if this ends up popping off and people like it. I don't know. But yeah, please don't grow weary in doing good. You'll get the ultimate reward and you'll feel good. You'll feel the best that you've ever felt in your life. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you've listened this far into this, and hopefully it becomes something more. I love you, and we'll talk soon. Shalom.